Hello, beautiful soul family, and welcome back to Light Language with Nubia. I have another episode of Dream Time with Nubia. Um, I hope you all just recognize that I record these as I dream them. I wake up and then I want to record and share all the information because it's so clear in my mind, and I want all of you to be there and transmit to you what I just saw in that dream time. So in this reality, I return back to this universe where I'm from. I just get this very welcome home. These gates are made out of gold and they have gemstones, like if a royal palace is opening to me and then the gates open, and then I'm walking down this immense gate and I see these huge white beings. My human form compared to these beings, I look very small. if I see the human form, they're huge. They're, I don't know how many feet tall, but the human person looks so tiny compared to these beings, and they're all white, like white hair, almost Zeus, the god Zeus. You know how he has white hair, and it's a lot of white hair. These beings have a lot of white hair, like God Zeus, and there was a lot of them, and I just see them walking towards me, and then I'm just there waiting for them to reach to me, and they all start greeting me, like shaking my hand, and I can't speak no words because these beings are just amazing. The energy that they carry is just like, whoa. And I just have a huge smile in my face, like, wow, like, you are so tall. And from the third eyes, there's a laser beam shooting out of this light energy. And I can't stop staring at the third eye laser beaming, just like, like when there's those, there's some guns that have a laser to shoot and you have your target. That's what's beaming out of the third eye, but it's like a lightning blue sort of light, just beaming out, and it never shuts down. It's just beaming out. And one of the beings, the ancestors, I want to say, because they're very ancient beings, he tells me, you want to ask me something, you want to say something, and I just nod my head like yes. And he says, what is it that you want to tell me, young one, dear one? And I just say, third eye, like the third eye, the light, the third eye. And he just smiles at me, like he gives me the feeling of like a grandfather. When our grandfathers are very ancient and they're just full of wisdom and they're just so imbalanced, and he smiles at me. And I continue going down the line, and I hold both of my hands to shake one of their hands, and I feel as I am going one by one, there's a big line that I have to go and keep on shaking hands. They're activating stuff within me. And when I get to that man that says, you want to ask me something, I think my third eye is also beaming like theirs, but I'm just amazed looking at them that I don't realize that they've activated that within me, and I also have that laser lightning beam going out of me. And then I keep on going and shaking hands with the rest of them. I'm not sure how long the line was, but it was not like a couple people. It was not like I could see, I could count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9, 10. I had to go through a big line of many of these beings. It took me some time because it started when the gates opened, and then I had gone already like so many, and I could still see the line of so many more that I had to shake the hands. But like I said, both of my hands would greet the being, and as I would shake hands, it was like they were activating something within me. And then when I finished shaking all of their hands, I went running and I was asking for my grandparents. I was the granddaughter of these beings, and I was looking for my grandparents, and I was asking other beings in the palace, where's my grandparents? Where's my grandparents? I want to see grandparents. I was so happy to see them, and I was running around like a little girl and looking for them. And they would not point to me in a direction, so I kept on running and asking, where's my grandparents? I want to see the grandparents. I was so happy to have returned to this place, and this is the place where the grandparents come from. And I was just running around in the palace, and in this reality, everything was alive, because I remember getting into a car, and I think they had finally told me where the grandparents were at. And I got a car, and I told them let's go to grandparents, right? But the car had consciousness, and I was talking to it like if it was a friend, and it would be a traveling friend. And the other cars that would take other people were not very nice, and they pushed my car, they didn't want to let me go to find the grandparents, and they pushed my car, scratched it. The other cars were also alive, and they had their own consciousness and everything. And one went and scratched my car, and my car got really upset. There was nobody else in the other car. It was in a parking lot kind of area, but the car could think by itself, and it was wanting to pick a fight with my car. And I was like, no, don't get mad. And I couldn't tell it or make it stop, and it just turned the other car into fairy dust. It was all glitter. It got really upset, and I don't know what it did to the other car, but the other car turned into just glitter. So there was glitter everywhere in this place, and we went to find grandparents, but then we had to go through small gaps. It would travel through wherever we needed to go. There was mountains, and I remember the mountains were a little gap of space in the car. Maybe I would see it like a car in my reality, in our reality now, but maybe it was a ship, some type of ship that could shift into different forms, because we were going through mountains, and there was a small space to go into a mountain, and we just went through it like nothing. And this version of me, this human form of me, was oh, we don't fit there, right? But it just it could do it. And I woke up and I was so happy because I had returned back to this ancient place where I belong, and I was so happy to go meet my grandparents because I hadn't seen them in a long time. I thought this was like a amazing dream, and I wanted to share this vibration that's carried from these beings as I freshly record what was in that universe or that place. I could transmit that to all of you, and you can also feel this very high vibrational place that I come from. And I'm happy to share this amazing place of magic with all of you. This is Light Language with Nubia. I want to thank each and every one of you for opening your hearts to my world, my multidimensional self, and sharing my experiences with all of you. And as I travel more within my soul, I'm able to awaken by sharing these beautiful realities with all of you. I'm able to awaken that with each and every one of you. And it is my goal for you all to remember where you come from and the true vibration that's within your soul. Because all of you that are here in this channel now, at some point if in my multidimensional self, have come cross paths with me and in some mission of many universes that I've traveled, and you are a true warrior of light that is here to awaken your soul and beam out that energy that comes from your soul and lift up the vibration of planet Earth. You wouldn't be here if your soul wouldn't carry this energetic match to lift the vibration of planet Earth. You are here for a very important mission, and it is an honor to be with each and every one of you here in this mission, and I love you with all that I am throughout time and space.